The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
It's Thursday. We are back. You are looking at a live look at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center, where today it is currently 62 degrees, where the high is 64 degrees, low 42 degrees. Spring is flirting with us. It wants to come out a little bit, but it's kind of like it's shy. Spring is a little shy right now. It's a little shy. This is Kurt Three Pumps Daniels. This is Big Nasty Nate Newton in the back. Is backpacking Chris Beam. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us.
Yes. Oh, feel us. Feel us.
I'm
sorry.
When we speak.
Yes.
This segment is brought to you each and every day or week. Right now, we're week. By Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Yes, sir.
What's up, fellas? We good?
We good.
Sir.
Hey,
Good.
How are you?
You doing okay?
I'm well, man. Shannon's not here today.
Okay.
He's a little soft.
All right.
He's soft.
All right.
A little
But are
soft.
you okay? I mean,
Yeah.
You juicing? Are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, today's not an eating day.
Okay.
Today's just a juice and water day.
Right.
But I'm good, man. I look good. I feel good.
Your
Life
body
good.
had your joints? and
Yeah,
stuff?
man. Phenomenal.
I mean, the way you was over there
Still
talking to
doing
that
this.
imaging girl over there. I mean, somebody alerted me to that. Like, man, hey, Jesse been talking to her quite a.
Who said that?
It doesn't sound like on-air conversation.
I go down to the lunchroom. I speak to those who are in
Right.
my vicinity.
Right.
No one no more, no one no less.
But the smile was a little bit different. You know, you kind of rub, your joints while you was talking to her. So, is anything in the works?
No. That particular person.
What's her name?
That particular person.
What's her
works
name?
I don't know. I don't
yet.
I don't know.
Not yet.
That particular person. She
Not
works.
yet.
She works in the imaging.
Okay, yeah.
So you know me. If it's free, it's for me.
Right.
We're just making sure you're okay.
Yeah. No. You know if it's
okay?
free. If it's
Your
free, it's for
knees,
me.
elbows, shoulders?
It was my shoulder. It's the shoulder. It's the shoulder. It's the shoulder. So I'm trying to see what the cost is for them images. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I gotta make sure that my
That shoulder
insurance
hurts
cover
from
that.
patting yourself on the back so much.
Yeah, that's what Oh man, y'all need to stop watching me so much in the lunchroom, man, and eat
but
y'all
no,
food.
Jesse, I always speak to you when we over there, right?
Yeah.
Somebody have a time. He said he'll show up by between 12:40 and 12:45.
Keeping track of you.
They clocking me over
They
there.
clocking you,
Why
dog.
they clocking me like
I
that,
didn't know.
man?
As soon as you showed up, I say, he right. Jesse showed up at 12:41.
He picked the wrong day to juice, though.
Yeah.
The
I know they got some,
Pokeballs.
I know they had
Hey,
some
boy.
good poke bowls down there, man. I walk right by it. I like the smell hit my nose. I walk right by it, man.
Wow.
Um,
Man, you strong.
Yeah, man. Yesterday,
Yeah.
it became official. A couple things happened yesterday, but let's address the first thing. It became official yesterday. Zack Martin officially retired from the Dallas Cowboys. They had the ceremony here. Jerry spoke, Steven spoke, of course Zack Martin spoke, and then you had a host of former teammates that were in attendance. Some most notably, his guys Travis Frederick. Tyron was in attendance. Tony Romo was in attendance. And who else was there, Kurt?
I didn't see them all. A lot of current guys.
Current
Tyler
guys, yeah.
Smith and Jordan Lewis was there, and Tyron Crawford, saw him come
Yep.
through. Trying to think who
That's
else.
great, man.
There was a
Lyle
lot of
Collins, I saw him.
Lyle Collins was there.
I'll say this, and Nate, you could, I would hope, back me up on this. In all of football, there isn't a more tighter knit group than the offensive line.
That's it. That's it, man.
Like the offensive line is a group that, and it's not segregated by draft picks, by
Nothing.
Like if you're an offensive lineman,
You're offensive lineman.
you're an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
When y'all go do something, the practice squad dude is invited.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not like Trust me, because in other groups, if you're not in that upper part of the group, you don't get an invite.
Yeah.
You find out, you find out next day they come into the meeting, they're like, oh man, last night. You look around, you was like, y'all went out last night? Oh, what y'all do? You start looking at your phone thinking you missed something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I get it. I'm not in that starting rotation, so I don't get the invite. But offensive linemen, that is one group who they are true to one another. You mess with one, you mess with them all.
Yeah.
They stick together, they roll together. That is family for them. And it's usually a group that stays together for a long time, even after football.
He talked about that during his farewell speech about how they were close, they were together. They called it the one group that works, as it has to work as a group,
right?
Basically. So yeah, he pointed that out several times.
All the time.
But it's official. Zack Martin is done. The game is over for Zack Martin. But while they were there, because Jerry Jones skipped out, or postponed or whatever you want to call it, his conversation, his scheduling. Normally at the combine, Jerry would have a media powwow, right? Bus shows up. They get to a point. Jerry opens up the bus. All the media members that want to partake in it come onto the bus, and they have this talk for an hour and a half, what have you. Well, for whatever reason this year at the Combine, scheduling-wise, they had places they needed to go, people they needed to see, things that they needed to accomplish in Indy. One of those things, not opening up the bus to media. Now, feel how you feel, take it how you take it. But they got a chance to talk to him yesterday. And we are in this off-season cycle again where the things that come out of Mr. Jones's mouth may not always be the things that people want to hear, especially the fan base.
That's true.
And on this particular day, he says that the Cowboys don't have many voids, and that the Cowboys aren't looking to fill these voids or whatever voids they don't have via free agency. They'll take care of this stuff in the draft. Nate, I'll start with you. Have we come to a point where we completely stop listening to what he says? Or is this some sort of smokescreen that he's trying to throw us because he's working on some other things that are happening behind the scenes?
I think it's happening behind the scenes. He's always got something going. The thing that bothers me about, and I always have bothered me about Mr. Jones, he says so much till he can, after he goes back into his room, he say whatever he needs to pick out of that. And I'll give you an example. Shine Dak, and I'm telling you, you have to work more with less.
Mm-hmm.
As the season went on, didn't I tell y'all he was out of this, what he just told us, we'll see 2 or 3 months from now which part he picks to use as his front. So I just listen to him and enjoy him. That's about as far as I go with him.
Kurt, in the same vein, now, could it be happening behind the scenes? And some may say that's happening because, one, you saw the switches being hit on a couple contracts. Right? The Cowboys, we all know the salary cap number went up, but you saw CeeDee Lamb, his contract got switched on that contract, freed up some more money. And you saw then Dak Prescott's contract got switched. They freed up about $56 million in cap space. Now, if you add
there's 20 more million.
If you add the money that you're going to get from the Micah Parsons contract, we're talking about that's $18 to $20 million. Yeah, so we're talking now close to $80 million in available cap space. Are they going to do something with that money, Kurt?
I would hope so. I mean, I think so. I think after last year, hopefully they learned a lesson that all in, we all have different interpretations of all in. But, I mean, this team, as much as he may say it, there are voids that need to be filled. And I think last year they tried to fill some voids with young guys, with rookie guys, and they couldn't do it. And I think if they really want to get back in, if they want to compete in this division now, they've got to go out and they're going to have to spend some money.
Would it behoove us what do you call us? Do you call us analysts? Do you call us media members? Do you call us pundits.
Boys hanging out.
Boys, the boys are just
We
hanging out.
really hanging out.
We
Yeah,
really do hang out.
Yeah.
Would it behoove us to kind of take a step back and maybe look at this from a different angle and try to put on the glasses of Jerry Jones? Because when we hear him say, we don't have any voice to fill, right? We don't have any voice to fill.
Right.
Now we can sit here and go, well, you got that right there, and the offensive line, defensive line. You probably need another cornerback, another running back, definitely need another wide receiver. But then Jerry may look at it and go, well, I hired a new staff, and all the staff that I just hired, all of you guys on that staff tell me just how much you guys are good teachers and good motivators and good, bringing talent along. And we have players in those positions. Now, it may not be the names that you want, that I want, that you want, the fans want, but there are people that are in that position. Do we look at that and go, maybe he looks at that and go, these coaches are supposed to take those players in those positions and coach them up to be more than formidable for us going forward, i.e. the voids that you guys, you, me, us, are talking about aren't really there because we actually have people in place for them. Should we take that approach to what he's saying when he said that there aren't any voids that he sees on this football team?
If he's calling this a rebuild, I'm with that. You can feel these voids with the draft. Whoever you draft, because you're rebuilding. He's trying to figure out what you have. Now, if we're rebuilding, I'm all in on what he's saying. But if we're not rebuilding, we need to go out and get, I can just name you about 4 real quick. We need to get real quick, somehow, some way through free agency or the draft.
So you say draft. Right now, today as we sit, no other trades have happened, so we haven't gotten any more compensation. The Cowboys have a total of 10 draft picks. They have 6 regular draft picks and I believe 4 comp draft picks. And their 4 comp draft picks are, yes, they're 3 5th-round picks and 1 6th-round pick. So
can you package them and get a 4?
Well, that 4th is gone. They gave that 4th away.
Won't they take these compensatory picks and package them all, give them all for a 4th?
And so when you think about filling voids through the draft, you don't really bank on 5th and 6th round picks having a significant impact on your football team.
No, not at all.
Can we just package all of them and get a 4th?
I don't know. I don't know if someone is willing to give you a 4th round pick for those. I'm not saying that it can't happen. Right. I don't know if it will happen. But as the Cowboys currently sit, your first 3 picks gotta hit. You have positioned yourself this year. We're heading into this draft because, listen, I can try to make the words jump and flip however I want to flip them, but there's holes.
Oh, for sure.
There's voids on the football team.
They have to know that.
There's
no second receiver. There's
there's
defensive tackles. There's cornerbacks. And I don't think, or I hope they don't want to go into the season again relying on young guys to fill those voids.
It's a rebuild, fellas. Everyone I talk to that does this type of thing that we do, sit in front of microphones and give our opinions, I'm going to impress upon y'all, what's the word, ad nauseum?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That it's a rebuild. I've talked to a few guys who do other shows, not as great as our show, but they do other shows.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Yeah. So
they don't.
You always got to make something worse to it.
The numbers say we the best.
They could have put up with what I said.
The numbers say we the best.
But anyway, it's a rebuild. It's a rebuild from top to bottom. And I'm talking about from head coach to the only thing in the rebuild, the only thing we can depend on this year, and I'm not being funny, is the kicker and the return man. Because those are the only all-pros on this team besides who else was all-pro? Number 11.
Yeah.
Everything else is a rebuild, my friend.
So Really? So I don't like. Do you spend $80 million 4 years on Osa if you're rebuilding?
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the ugly thing about the cap is when it comes time to pay multiple players, you can't. But to play one or two players, you can, and that's the ugly thing about the cap. And the Cowboys not seeing, okay, now that I understand Osa contract, not a bad contract. But yesterday I thought it was not a great contract. But 6 this year, 16 next year, 20 in the following year. I can deal with it.
So your agent left a lot of money on the table, but that's just
yeah. But this is the same guy that was saying we started on that side said 25.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I true things can be true.
Right, it can.
The way that I felt, and I still felt, you left a lot of money on the table that you could have got, but. Such is life. All right, man, let's go into our first break of the show. When we come back, we'll talk about aggressive, not aggressive. Like, how will the fan base take if they go into another offseason and they do not sign 1, 2, maybe 3 premier free agents? The Cowboys need them. Fans want them. We'll talk about them.
Luka gone, we can steal the show, y'all.
Yeah, coming up next.
We can steal the time.
Coming up next on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets at Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys, our Thursday off-season edition. This segment is brought to you by Blockchain, blockchain.com. Also, this segment is brought to you by Jigsaw, proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry said that there are no voids. Steven and Jerry talked about it being selectively aggressive, not the words using aggressive, but what the fans want to see. When you start talking about all the money that was freed up, and what was funny about the whole money thing being freed up, I love social media. It is a great place and it is hell at the same time. It is literally a great place and it absolutely hell all in the same breath. But of course, the reports come out that CeeDee Lamb, they restructured CeeDee Lamb's contract, which they really didn't. They should find a better term. They didn't restructure anything. No. It was already built into the way the contract. And I love the fact that CeeDee Lamb responds to somebody's tweet. And they asked him, that was a dumb move. And CeeDee takes credit for this money being flipped in his contract. He didn't get any more money. He didn't lose any more money. It just is what the contract was supposed to do at this particular time.
Right.
But CD gets on there and he takes credit for it, and it's everywhere. Everyone's like, I want to win. I can't do it by myself. Yeah. As if he went in there and was like, hey, restructure this, move some things, I'll take less. He didn't do anything. But he took absolute credit for it. Yeah. And I love it. And then the same thing happened to Dak's contract. Now, Dak hadn't touched the Twitter, didn't make a response, so people aren't giving him the same love and fanfare for taking his cap number down and making $36 million available to the Cowboys to spend. But that's just social media for you in a nutshell. Nothing happened to their contracts. This was already built in from the day that they signed these contracts that this was going to happen and the years that was going to happen to free the money up, because there was no way in hell that they were ever going to let Dak get to $89 million or whatever the number is, his cap number is this year. That was always a part of the plan. So no money went anywhere. No restructuring happened of these contracts, but the Cowboys did free up the money. Now what? Now what? Let me ask you guys this. Kurt, is there a name, free agent name? Because we can talk about free agents. We can say anything we want about free agents that aren't on teams. Is there a free agent that is out there that you look at and you go, wouldn't mind this guy being a Dallas Cowboy?
Well, I actually haven't spent a lot of time looking at the free agents, but I would like to see him bring in a good second wide receiver. Somebody who could, I don't know.
So I'll give you a couple names for guys who are free agents. A guy like Devontae Adams, free agent. Yesterday, Christian Kirk, receiver released from the Jacksonville Jaguars. You remember him from his time with the Cardinals. Another receiver from Seattle, Tyler Lockett, was released. You got guys like Chris Godwin was coming off an injury. That's a trade. So he's still technically a part of the Seahawks. Yeah. But Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, Chris Godwin is available. There's talks about maybe Tyreek Hill, but I don't know if he's going to be released. But any of those names, when you hear receiver, that you would want to pair up with CeeDee Lamb with the Cowboys offense?
Oh, I can't really. I mean, again, I haven't dug into him enough. I wouldn't want some of those guys like Devontae Adams. Does he still have it? Or Stephon Diggs, does he still have it? He's coming off injury.
Off the ACL?
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on the players like that. But I think, younger guys who have shown potential like Kirk or maybe Godwin, who are not too old.
If I'm not mistaken, Godwin's coming off an injury too.
Is he? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So I think that they need somebody with some veteran experience to handle that second wide receiver role. And then, it's kind of intriguing, Joey Bosa just got released and, would they spend a bunch of money on him?
9 games, you don't want that. That's too much money. 9 for 9 games. No, don't do that. That's why if he was playing 12 or more games, they wouldn't have let him loose in the charging land.
Nate, what position? You can go position or you can go player if you have some players in mind.
Y'all, I'm going to stick to last year. And I re-sign some of these guys that you developed here. Try to lock them into a couple of years because
they re-signed Brock Hoffman.
Okay,
they signed him back 1 year, like one year,
Chauncey Golston. Where is he right now? Where's Lewis right now?
None of those guys have been signed back just yet. Right now, the guys that they signed back is Osa. They signed back C.J. Goodwin. And Goodwin and Brock Hoffman.
Yeah, and we need to get Chauncey back. We need to get Lewis back.
Wanya Thomas, they signed.
Yeah,
Wanya Thomas. Sweet.
We got to build. We got to keep those depth guys. We got to keep them. Now, who's out there in free agency? I choose to wait, but I'm telling you, sign back 4 or 5 of these guys that gave you. From backup in depth and then look at who's out there defensively that's a difference maker. And I don't know who it is, and I don't want no Bosa. I already made, all he playing is 8 games. That's it. I don't want him. So dependability, is that if you're going to be there.
I don't think fans are going to be happy, though, if we're just signing the our own guys back. They want to see that big splash.
But you're trying to splash. But if we don't sign a bunch of these guys back, that means those 5th, 6th, 7th round picks that they won't bunch up and make a 4. That's who's gonna be playing.
Yeah.
If we get one in, okay, we got back the kid we drafted in the 2nd round. He got healthy and started playing. We depended on Sam Williams coming off a big surgery. No, you can't. Those depth guys is who we got to depend on. That is who we had to depend on last year, and they moved up a little bit. Your offensive line in the middle is okay. Your 2 tackles you got to work. It's like you said, it's too many voids. Get these guys that we already know that may can sign. I don't know what they'll get out there in the real world, but try to get some of these guys because you're gonna need depth. I promise you. By the end of this season, somebody gonna fall off the ledge. We can be like, well, remember now he's playing for such and such now, and doing a hell of a job. We developing. There you go. I just want to sign some of our guys back.
So would you guys rather see them spread this money out and get several mid-level guys like a Chauncey Golston, or would you rather have them spend big money on a 1 or 2, 3 guys?
What I'm saying is they feed up $50 million, right?
56 and some change.
When free agency start, we're gonna lose 1 or 2 of these guys, but we ain't gonna lose all of them, and they gonna come back willingly. So let's wait and see what happens. You splash a little bit with Osa. You can go out and get one of those receivers. We need a second receiver. Do you want to depend on a draft pick, a number 1 or number 2 draft pick to come in and because CD needs help.
Yeah.
Dak needs help. But you also have a glaring problem on your offensive line. I think the middle of your offensive line is set.
Yeah.
With the new offensive line coach, he's supposed to be a warlock, a magic man, or whatever. He can work with the inside. But the 2 tackles, you're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of glaring holes. And y'all.
Would you rather them go after a veteran free agent for the tackles?
They about gone. They getting sucked up by it. They ain't waiting, man. Folks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who am I to tell you as an offensive lineman about it? I think offensive lineman is where they need to go, is where they should go. Veteran,
bro. I'm with you. But they
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I believe. This is just me, and again, who am I to go against who you are in the position that you play?
Speak your truth, because we probably finna say the same thing.
I don't believe that the middle is as secure. I think middle left is secure. I think that right guard spot
don't
is
let the
still,
Super Bowl scare you.
I think middle left. I think BB and
Hoffman.
No. That's right.
Right.
Left is Tyler Smith.
Right.
I think center to left, we're good.
Okay.
I think Hoffman still has to show me more that I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to bet a whole season on him. I'm for sure out on the tackles.
Brother, I'd rather deal with Hoffman, who's going to be gritty, who's going to fight, and going to try to do all he can with his technique. I mean, that's the only thing that's saving him. If you can get those 3 guys working together, and I'm not saying none of them great, but the left guard, he's great.
Right.
The center is still in a learning mode, but
right.
I don't know where they're going to play him at. But I feel more secure with the 3 guys inside because I know all of them got grit, they got toughness, and they mentally smart. So you got 3 of the main ingredients. The guys outside, one has the heart of a lion, but the body of, I don't know what it is. The right guard, the right tackle has the heart of a lion. Yeah. He works hard. He probably over there working now. But when you don't have it physically, you just don't. And and right now, who knows what the left tackle thinking? He don't even know where he sits as a starter, backup. So we got to figure out who this guy is. So the middle, I think, is okay. I'm with you with the lineman. We gotta get some, but you can't go out every year and draft the first round offensive lineman unless he falls to you. If he falls to you, you take him without a doubt. But veteran guy, I'm listening to the NFL Network, and they eating up these guys. They getting them, man. Everybody's figuring out. If you want to win, you're gonna have to have something inside.
Yeah, I mean, look at that Tar Heel who got the job over in Chicago.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that offensive line? He's going to secure that offensive line because he knows if we're going to be anything, it's going to start with the trenches first, and then we'll build our way out from there. All right, let's take our last break of the day. When we come back, we'll talk more Cowboys. We'll talk more draft. We'll talk more free agency. We'll talk more what are the needs that the Cowboys have going forward. Stay right here with us on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys on our Thursday off-season edition. We are without our captain today. I don't know. Maybe he's at home practicing so that Chris doesn't have to backpack him so much on Fortnite. But he
Don't talk about my boy like that, man.
a little soft today. Couldn't make it in because of some sniffles.
That kind of bothered me because the football player kicked in and be like, "What?
Come on,
We got?" But I realized he don't have
They
trainers
don't have,
like me.
they got good drugs down there.
Yeah.
They got good drugs down there.
Yeah.
But get better, I guess. I mean, I hope you got the nice cottonelle tissue so that when when you're patting your nose, you don't get a little red nose, little red boo boo on your nose, Shannon. We'll see you next week, my brother. We appreciate you and all that you do.
Shannon, doggy, you Shannon, come with some fire next week, baby.
Kurt.
Yes, sir.
7-Eleven, Cowboys fans, swing by your local 7-Eleven and grab your favorite item from the roller grill. Then enjoy a big gulp for any.
Oh, big gulp, son.
Valid at participating stores. Fill up and get ready for game day. Don't forget to get gas on pump 8 like your boy. All right. So
Did we miss one?
no, I got them all.
Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4. I got Jigsaw and blockchain in the last segment.
Okay, all right,
7-Eleven,
cool.
third.
Blockchain, I forgot y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
blockchain is quick. This is say blockchain.com.
Okay,
They
missed
quick.
that
They
one.
quick. They quick. They don't require too much attention. All right. We talked a lot about the offensive side.
Yeah.
One side on the defense, one player, I should say, on the defense, we're kind of waiting for that domino to fall. Now, I have been on this platform and other platforms very critical of the Cowboys for their inability to get contracts done before they get to the end of their deal.
Yeah.
Well, here we are again. with another contract, a major contract, not the Osa deal, but a much more higher profile player is coming to the end of his deal, and he wants the monies. All of the monies. And I know that he may come out on his social medias and say, I'm a team friendly, I'll take whatever it costs. His agent ain't.
Nope.
His agent's not. If you know who his agent is, when I say his name, you're going to know that the agent's going to get all of the money.
Yeah, they want even more now.
Yeah. Micah Parsons. But because the Cowboys wait, things like what happened the other day are allowed to happen. And it makes life a little bit more difficult and a tad bit more expensive.
True.
While the Cowboys are waiting and figuring out how to get this deal done for Micah Parsons that will ultimately make him the highest defensive player in NFL history, probably the second highest non-quarterback contract, the Raiders said, hold my beer.
Yep.
And they went and signed their all-pro pass rusher, Maxx Crosby, to a 3-year, 91.5 guaranteed.
Yeah.
So you do the math on that. I know that Micah somewhere, what is it?
106.5 overall, 91.5 guaranteed. Yep.
So we when you start looking at contracts, ladies and gentlemen, look at the guaranteed money. You take the years and the guaranteed money, and that's what you're working with. Micah Parsons and David Malugeta is somewhere rubbing their hands together like Birdman. Because not only does that affect the Cowboys, that's a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
That's a 3-year deal. And we've known the Cowboys like to flirt around sometimes that 4-year, 5-year territory. Now when you allow Maxx Crosby to come up and add this money to the thing,
yeah.
Where does that sit for Micah Parsons, Nate?
You the man. You the man, homie. That's all I can say.
It helps him for sure. Because,
you the man.
Like you said, now he's got there's precedent's been set.
Yeah.
3 years. I want more than the $106.5 million or whatever. I mean, it's like you said earlier, the longer they wait, the higher the price gets.
And if they continue to wait, there is another player who is waiting to possibly be traded. And if he's traded, he also wants a new deal. Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Another premium pass rusher that if he gets traded, it's almost certain that it's going to come with him getting a new record-setting deal. He's gonna look at this contract and go, cool, I want that. I want $1 more than that. Well, the Cowboys continue to wait and wait and wait and wait, and the dollar amount keeps going up and up and up and up. Like, this is the frustrating part that I have with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on? Like, did you want to sign Micah Parsons last year? Was he going to be a part of your team last year? Was he going to be a part of your team at any point in time of this season saying, hey, sign a deal.
Yeah.
Get the deal done.
You know, if you're Parsons, though, and are you in a waiting game now to see, I'm going to wait till he's, till Garrett's signed so that I can top him I hope they're not playing that game, but
you the man, baby. You the man.
Rich man is what he is.
he's gonna be a wealthy man very, very shortly. And there's another guy on this football team who I hope that the Cowboys are looking around and saying, we're not gonna waste time with this one. Because if you're gonna do Micah Parsons this offseason, if I were running the team, which I'm not, but if I was, I'm pulling Tyler Smith into the office.
Yeah.
And before I let you go and go get 2 more all-pro seasons, and now you come back to me and tell me at the end of your deal that you want to be the highest paid guard in football, I'm going to bring you in right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you a deal. See, when we start talking about right now that they're showing the Eagles-Niners game on TV behind us, when you start talking about how the Eagles are able to do what they're able to do, is because they sign their guys early, they take that money, and then they just kind of push that thing. You can say push it down, kick the can down the road, whatever it is. And yes, one day they will have to face the maker of these contracts.
Right.
But the goal is that when I get to that point in time and all these contracts come about, one, if I get to that point and the players that those contracts are for are still really good players, you know what I do, Nate? Those that are really good or still can play,
Trade them.
no. I put more years on it. And I extend them some more. Those that can't, we shake their hand and we say, we appreciate you being here. We wish we had 53 of you.
Okay, Jason.
Yeah. We'll tell them what Jason told me. Wish we had 53 of you.
Yep.
And we let them go. And then you move on from there.
Right.
But in that meantime, you're relevant, you're competitive, and if you're like Philadelphia, maybe go to a Super Bowl or two, win a Super Bowl or two.
Get those trophies, nobody's going to care.
The thing is, I agree with you. You know, they extend them down the road, but they also have a good enough eye to say, hey, Slate, we'll see you, babe.
Yeah, you know why?
It's been great.
Because they drafted a first-round corner in Mitchell.
Yeah.
And then Cooper DeJean. They said, well, I got two other guys who are on rookie deals who are playing just as good as you or better. See ya.
Yeah.
So I don't have to deal with that anymore.
And that's what I'm saying is we never let it get to that. We never can see that future. So we can maybe go to a dude and say, hey, my friend, love you. This is the deal we're going to offer you. Take it or leave it. I think they have open communication with their players. I think they got good relationships with the agents where they can talk to them like that straight up. Hey man, this is what we finna do. Talk to your man, see if he with it. I don't even think they go to the players and try to, because a lot of times when you go to the player as management, you ain't getting the true deal. Mm-hmm. Player gonna ride with you. Then player gonna run back and tell. Agent be like, man, are you crazy? No, let me call. Hey, man, what did you just – you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you go straight to the agent and say, hey, man, this is what we're offering. Talk to your boy. Because the agent may like the deal more than you.
Yeah.
He may not like the deal. So now let you and him work it out instead of it going the other way. Yeah. And a lot of times, when we say, hey, management is meeting with Parsons, and Jesse said it from day one. That ain't gonna work. His agent mad. This ain't gonna work. Guess what? Now we done circle back around, and guess who we talking about now? His agent.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Let me ask you this question. I'm rolling through our YouTube chat here. We got some people listening, and Russell's asking, why would a player sign early for less money?
It's not signing for less money. From a management standpoint, I want to be able to give you the guaranteed money today. Mm-hmm. I want you to get that money right now. So when you sign ahead of time, it eliminates the thought of I got to play under the conditions of if I get hurt, if I have a bad season. Players want to get paid today. So it's not giving them less money, but it's giving them a deal.
Guaranteed.
It's giving you a deal with guaranteed money today.
Yeah.
And now you are for sure know that I am set for life, right? Like I'm set. And for Micah's situation, it was never going to be less. But what happens is because a team may have more money to expend to spend on a different player or look at things differently than you do. So if they look at that differently and now they come in and they reset the market, now you have to pay that.
Yeah.
So getting a 3-year deal for $91 million, that wasn't a conversation 6 months ago.
Right.
But it is now.
Yeah.
Because the Raiders and that organization said, we'll do it. Now they've set into motion what that could look like.
Yeah. Plus, Crosby just signed this 3-year deal earlier. Sorry. He'll now hit the market again earlier.
And that's what players want.
Yeah, he's going to get instead of waiting another year or two for his second contract, or his third in this case, he'll get paid even bigger sooner.
So for the Cowboys who I presume would want that 4-year or 5-year deal, well, to do that, you're now going to have to add more money to it because this 3-year deal came about. So,
yeah. You remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a couple of weeks ago, he was like, the young lion said, I talked to Mr. Jones, and he said, hey, now it's time for new leadership. It's this, that, and let some of the new guys take over. Man, tell you something. This team is already young. It's going to get young. It's already young due to the injuries. This team's going to get young, man. I mean, and who can you get right now, Jesse? I'm going to ask one of your questions. Who can you get right now out of free agency that's going to just turn this team around? Just going to make us a 10 to 12 win team right now. Because right now we're a 7 to 8 win, maybe. So who gonna give us 5 more wins?
If we trade or just
whatever. You can do whoever you want.
Oh, I'll trade for Myles Garrett. Boom.
Right. And he going to make us.
Oh, defensively, he gonna make you. He gonna give you problems.
Yeah, I know.
You got.
He gonna get you. You got 3 wins.
Yeah.
You got 3 more wins with him.
Yeah. Easy.
So you at 9.
Easy.
You went from 6 to 9.
Bring it again. A second receiver or a tackle, and a tackle that can play.
And so now I'm going back to. Stephen had that wrong. We're gonna be selective. We're gonna be selective, but not aggressive. So who you gonna believe?
You imitating over there?
Yes.
To me, he's a great entertainer. He's a great businessman. He's a great promoter. He's the second Barnum and Bailey Ringling brother. He's the best at it. And that's how I take it until the season starts. I'm saying, which one of these phrases he gonna take and run with the rest of the year? Because he give you about 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. All right, fellas, that's it for us right here, man.
Oh, sweet, Jack.
Yeah, we got in and out that thing, man. I don't play around. I get in it and I get out of it. Shout out to the trailer parks. They know how I get down to the TPs. Man.
How about the imaging girl?
I don't know about it. Trailer parks is where I'm at. For Kurt, for Nate, Chris Beam in the back. I don't know. Is Josh back there? Is
Josh back there? Yeah.
All right, to Josh, what's up, all y'all good people, man? And to you, the fans, we thank you so much. That's it for us. Until next week, come back and hang out with us, man.
Rebuild, baby.
Hang with the boys. We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, guys?